I'm Angi Davidson, and I'm from Mount Vernon, Ohio. Matthew West is one of my favorite artists, and he has this song that really speaks to me, and it's called Do Something. And it's a really awesome song because it tells us that we need to not just stand idle and just watch the world go by, but to participate and to stand up for what we believe in and help our community and help the common man, our neighbors, whenever they're going through trials. How has God been working in my life? In 1979, I was in a tractor accident, and the tractor flipped over on top of me. And I was 9 years old at the time, and I just couldn't understand what was going on. I was full of fear. I didn't know if I was going to die. And then when the paramedics pulled me out from underneath that tractor, and I looked at one of them and I said, "Am I going to die?" And the words that penetrated my heart when he was trembling and said, "I don't know, honey, I just don't know." So I closed my eyes and prayed the best I knew how. I had a lot of head trauma, I had a broken jaw, and I closed my eyes and prayed the best I knew how, and for some reason I felt a sense of peace come over me, and the fear was gone. And at that time I knew I was a miracle that day. So when they brought me to the hospital, the nurses and the doctors looked at me like they didn't know what to do. And I told them that I was going to be okay. So after they treated me the best they knew how and shipped me to Children's Hospital, the nurses there were so awesome, just so awesome to me. They offered me this, they held my hand, they rubbed my back, they tried to make me feel better at 9 years old. And it was at that time I wanted to be a nurse when I grew up. So after doing that, graduating from Mount Vernon High School, I wanted to be a nurse, got my nursing degree, was a nurse for 25 years. And then 8 years ago became a massage therapist. I knew God wasn't through with me yet. Well, about 6 years ago, I was listening to some secular music that just kind of left me empty inside. And I was on my way to a doctor's office in Granville that I worked for, and I just was flipping through the stations on my radio and stumbled across WNZR, and they were doing an advertisement for Mom's Night Out. And I loved the music after that, and it kind of gave me the warm and fuzzies that I was searching for. And so I offered to do chair massages for the station at different events that they had, met some wonderful people, and then a year later introduced my son Cameron to them, and he loved the station and loved what they did and became one of the radio DJs for WNZR for the 4 years he was here at college.